So we're going to talk about partial to whole ratios. So this part deals with what we've kind of done up till now. So how can we represent ratios as fractions, fractions as ratios, how we can get other ratios out of what our existing information, and kind of fill in the blanks. So example 1, the Calgary Zoo has an Australian enclosure for kangaroos and emus. The ratio of kangaroos to total animals in the enclosure is 4:7. So our first thing is asking is what fraction of the animals are kangaroos? Well, we know we have this is kangaroo over here to total. So I'm going to just first give myself some labels. Right? So here we can say K to T. We'll say K for kangaroos, T for total, and E for emus. So what the fraction of animals are kangaroos. So how many kangaroos do we have? Well, we have 4 kangaroos. And how many total? Well, we have 7. What fraction are emus? Well, emus are just the other parts to make it up to 7. So we know that here we have 3/7. And now, what is the ratio of emus to total animals? So we have 3 emus, and we have 7 total, right? So it's just the other ratio that we're missing. And now we can do the last thing is what's the ratio of kangaroos to emus? Well, how many kangaroos do we have? We have 4 kangaroos and to 3 emus. So just different bits of information represented a variety of ways. Now, example 2. So there are 2 types of cookies, and we have white chocolate for represented with the W and mint chocolate represented with an M. Shannon gobbles down 4 mint chocolate cookies for every 4 cookies consumed. So I'm just going to do for every 6 cookies. That sounds like a total for me, so that's T. What is the ratio of mint to total cookies? Well, how many mint? There was 4 mint. Our total was 6. What fraction are mint? Well, mint, we had 4, and our total was 6. So 4/6, which we know we can actually write as 2/3. And what fraction are white chocolate? Well, white chocolate are the other. How do we get to 6 from 4? So 2/6, which is 1/3. Notice our fractions, if we add them together, add to 1 whole. Part D, what is the ratio of white chocolate cookies to total cookies? So white chocolate, what did we have? We had 2 white chocolate. How many total? 6. And what is the ratio of white chocolate to mint now? So white chocolate, how many do we have? We have 2, and we had to 4 mint. So once again, if you see how to simplify our ratios, that's fine. We could simplify them down to 1:3 and 1:2. But that is not needed for this section. Going on when you actually answer questions on a normal basis, always simplify your answers, but we'll get into simplifying here in a few videos. Now, there are a couple questions for you to answer. So, multiple parts to these questions. I'm just going to get this out of your way so you can see them. So, as usual, pause the video at this point. If you're stuck, press play. Or once you're done the questions completely, then press play and go through the answers at that point. So, welcome back. Michelle goes to walk her pet ducks and wanders into a field of cows. Oh no. Her ducks are now all mixed up with the cows in a ratio of 3:5. What is the fraction of ducks to total animals? So, we know that we have... Let's start setting this up. So I'm going to start setting up my labels. So we have D for ducks, we have C for cows, and then we have a T for total animals. So in our ratio given, that is D to C. So our total is just equal to our 3 plus 5, which is 8. So our fraction of ducks would be 3 over 8. Cows then is 5 over 8. Ratio of cows to total animals. So cows is 5, total is 8. Ducks is 3, total is 8. And are there more ducks or cows? Well, if we look at our original ratio, right, we have 3 to 5. So for every 3 ducks, there's 5 cows. So that would tell us that if we have 6 ducks, we have 10 cows. If we have 30 ducks, we have 50 cows. So it seems like we always have more cows. So the bigger number in our original ratio will give us the larger value. So cows. Now, Michelle, after that, goes and walks home. She's now hungry and cannot decide whether to eat spaghetti or lasagna. She has eaten spaghetti 4 of the 7 days this week. So that is spaghetti with an S, 7 days of the week. That is our total for T. And then lasagna or lasagna is L. So what fraction did she not have spaghetti? So she had it 4 days of the week. The other 3 days, so 3 of the 7 days, she did not have spaghetti. What does this mean? Well, this is how many days she had lasagna. Lasagna days. Those are her lasagna days. Sorry. Apologize for my spelling. Lasagna days. Okay, so what fraction of the days did she not have spaghetti? Well, that's the other fraction. She had 4 of the 7 days. So what is the ratio of spaghetti to total? Spaghetti to total is simply 3 to 7, and lasagna to totals is 4 to 7. So what ratio of spaghetti to lasagna? So that is spaghetti is 3, lasagna is 4.